Hi, my name is Amanda, and the topic of my final project is planned obsolescence and e-waste. Let's get started by just defining the terms. Planned obsolescence is when the product or parts of the product are designed to give out over time. This is a business or marketing strategy designed to create consumer need for a newer, updated version of a product. A good example is the iPhone. E-waste is any electronic that has been disposed of, such as computers, phones, refrigerators, televisions, air conditioning units, etc. Here's a screenshot of all the iPhone release dates. Planned obsolescence dictates that information communication technologies such as iPhones have a death date. Therefore, newer, improved, and faster models are marked every few months. This causes information communication technologies to be regularly upgraded and discarded, creating more e-waste. This leads into another term called stylistic obsolescence is differentiated from mechanical or technological obsolescence as a deliberate supersedence of products by more advanced designs, better production techniques, and other minor innovations. E-waste is the fastest growing waste stream in the developed world. It was estimated that a total of 1 billion kilograms of e-waste was traded in 2012. Computers, laptops, and cell phones, and other information communication technologies are responsible for the increase of e-waste streams. They contain toxic materials causing health and environmental problems. Information and communication technologies accelerate our pace of life and also in terms of production, speed, and efficiency in use, but are also considered slow violence through their long-term pollution of the toxic materials within the devices themselves. Only a small part of this waste, about 15.5% in 2014, was recycled with methods that are efficient and environmentally safe. Here is an interactive website that I found of e-waste around the world. You can scroll over different countries and see how much e-waste the country has produced per year and also per person. Many e-waste still has value because either they're still functioning or they contain materials that can be harvested and sold. Developing places like Ghana receive a lot of e-waste. Their country is filled with repair shops and second-hand markets, but there is still a lot of e-waste in their country. Pictures like this up here, you can see cables being collected and burned so that the copper wiring can be sold for a small amount of money. Many young children will collect these wires, but the burning fumes cause a lot of health problems among the children doing this. Other places in China receive tons more e-waste than countries like Ghana. Here you can see warehouses full of e-waste. So most e-waste actually ends up in places like China. It is commonly stated that Ghana is the largest e-waste dump in the world. However, their town where the e-waste ends up is actually only 200 by 450 meters in area. Additionally, the e-waste that makes its way to Accra is 70% still functioning and 20% can still be repaired. This leaves a small amount that is not reusable. Just 0.15% of e-waste ends up in Ghana, compared to the thousands that ends up in China. So historically, waste has been solved through shipping the waste to other countries such as Ghana or China because it is easier for the wealthier countries to export the waste to poorer countries. So now that we know about the problems of e-waste, what can we do about it? How do we beat planned obsolescence and reduced e-waste? Do people want to? Here I found a couple of solutions. First, I found that Apple actually has a recycle program which will responsibly recycle all of your old Apple products for free. Additionally, PowerOn is a third-party company that will buy your old devices and give you gift cards to Apple in exchange. I also found a company called Fairphone, which started in 2010, wanting to create longer-lasting designs, fair materials within their phone, and good working conditions for their workers, and use materials that are good for you and the environment. Additionally, there's a company called PhoneBlocks, and here's a little bit about them.
It's made of blocks. Detachable blocks. They are all connected to the base, and the base connects everything together. Electrical signals are transferred through the pins, and two small screws lock everything in place. So if, for instance, your phone is getting a little slow, you can just upgrade the block that affects the speed. Or if something breaks, you can easily replace it with a new one, or update it with the latest version. Another great thing about this is, you can customize your phone. So let's say this is your phone and you do everything in the cloud. Why not replace your storage block for a bigger battery block? If you're like this guy and love to take pictures, why not upgrade your camera? Or if you don't care about any of this stuff, you can keep it simple and get a bigger speaker.
Another way that people are reducing e-waste is Japan. They're hosting the 2020 Olympics and are making the Olympic medals out of e-waste donated from the public. They hope to gather as much as 8 tons of metal, 40 kilograms of gold, almost 3,000 kilograms of silver, and another 3,000 of bronze. All of these materials will be from outdated cell phones and other small household appliances donated from people across Japan. Additionally, there are sites such as Earth 911, where you can search for recycling centers for any product you wish to recycle. Simply just search the product and the zip code and it will give you the nearest recycling center for that product. So hopefully through my presentation, you have learned of some things that you can do to recycle your materials in the proper way. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and learned something about e-waste and planned obsolescence. Thank you.